Hey guys, it's Kiki and you are watching In Style Atlanta. I'm here with Aiden Turner and April Parker Jones from If Loving You Is Wrong. Hey guys, how are you?
Doing wonderful, Kiki. How are you?
Great.
Good.
Yeah, hi Kiki. Very good, thanks.
Thanks for having us.
No problem. So I just started watching your show. It's amazing. I caught the premiere on Tuesday.
Okay.
The storyline is just so crazy. So tell us a little bit about your character, because there's a lot of people that I'm going to convince to watch the show. So kind of catch us up if you can in a little bit.
I'll try to condense it as best as possible. I play Natalie. She is the mother of 4 kids. She has a living boyfriend played by Charles Malik Whitfield. His name is Lucian. She is a working mom. She's a manager at a burger joint. She's her whole storyline is just kind of keeping her family gelled together. She has an older son who just got out of prison, and she's trying to keep him on the straight road. And now with her relationship with Lucian, she's trying to figure out some things that he has hidden. She's trying to figure out what's really going on with some money he's not accounted for. So that's pretty much the skinny of what's going on with Natalie.
Okay. And then your character, you have some major issues going on within your relationship and with your neighbors. So tell us a little bit about that.
Brad's a family man, and his sweetheart wife, he's been married to her since they were at school. They were like high school sweethearts. And, his career has really, helped them buy a beautiful house, and they've got 2 kids and a nice back garden and 2 cars and, and a great life. And that all sort of comes tumbling down when he finds out that, the love of his life has slept with their next door neighbor Randall, and in the back garden, their back garden, in the shed. And so the issues, that's a big issue for Brad. Is he was so trusting and so loving and giving and caring, and then sort of his high school sweetheart breaks his heart, and then he's just sort of trying to make sense of it and what to do and where to go, and not feeling welcome at home, and then seeing the fact that his wife gets pregnant by this guy, and they're having a baby together. I mean, how can you come over to see your own kids and then see you're always just going to be reminded of that hurt and the pain and the deceit. So it's very interesting to play, and also to see where Brad goes, and how he sort of emotionally handles that circumstance, and who he confides in, and Marcy, is going through the same thing, so they're sort of hanging out a little bit, sometimes probably drinking a little bit too much just to numb the pain, and then they get back at the at Randall through I think they go back to the shed. It's and
That shed is a horrible place. You'll need to tear it down. I hope it gets torn down.
yeah.
Tear the shed down.
Maybe Brad can just burn it, one day. But it's been really great working with Tyler Perry and of course April Parker Jones.
Thank you.
We both share the same agent,
We do.
and I love her acting,
love
so
him.
maybe we'll have some scenes together
I know.
next season.
Maybe a shed or 2.
Hopefully. I mean, the way that all of the characters on the show's lives intertwine, I can see that happening somehow. So let's talk a little bit about, what goes on behind the scenes. What is it like working with Tyler Perry and being a part of this network?
Oh, wow.
Well, he writes and directs every episode, and he's
episode.
there in the morning with us. Sometimes at spin class, that he put a sort of a soul cycle there, so we can all work out in the morning before we have our heavy dialogued working day. But he's there at 6, sometimes 6 a.m. and he's there with us until 11 p.m. and he's a very generous guy in spirit, hardworking, and he's very understanding if we mess up. And just is also inspiring and helpful.
Absolutely.
Giving us notes and pointers, and he's got our back. And as an actor, that's an amazing thing to have from a director.
Absolutely. I totally concur with Aiden. I mean, he's a true example of what a hard worker is and what hard work will do, how it will pay off. So I'm really inspired by him. It's a dream come true to walk into the studios every day and to see all these young people so excited to be at work. Everybody's so kind, and I have to say it is the best experience I've had on any set by far, and I just feel so blessed and grateful to be a part of it. And I can't, wait to see what the future holds for Tyler Perry and the new studio that he's having built. The sky's the limit for this guy. And I'm just really glad that we get to be a part of that.
Okay, so in Atlanta, there's tons of people who want to act and really break out into the entertainment industry. What's some of the advice that you have for aspiring actors and actresses?
Study, really get into a good class. Like there's some great seminars here. Crystal Carson, she comes from LA and she does stuff here 3 times a year. There's also Natalia Livingston that I used to work with on ABC. She has an acting class here. I think twice a week. It's definitely on a Wednesday. I know. It's an environment where you can learn the ropes, and also sort of swap stories and network as well. And so Natalia Livingston, you can find her on Facebook. But also just like Tyler works so hard, and he almost doesn't need to work another day in his life, but yet he's still there every day. So hard work, perseverance, and like Mark Ruffalo is a great actor. I think he just won an Oscar. If not, he was nominated. He's over 500 auditions, and he's like 501, 502, and then he started working. So it really takes a lot. It really takes a lot to, it takes 20 years to become an overnight success.
Isn't that the truth? Oh, my
So,
goodness.
I mean, it's not easy for anybody, and it's just the hard work, dedication. And
Yeah, I would certainly say just to really, really gain the knowledge that you need about the craft. I mean, there is a craft associated with acting. It's not just, like I said earlier, getting up in front of a camera and saying lines. It's really an art behind it. So my advice would be to learn. Do some theater. I think theater is an awesome background. It's awesome training to have with acting. I think it just teaches you how to improv and to be on your toes and just to be strong and to feed off of the energy of other artists. But study, and like Aiden said, when you're tired of studying, study some more. Yep.
So how do you all feel about like a lot of the reality stars who are kind of skipping that study phase and are getting booked for these jobs that either of you could have? Does it ever get really frustrating to know that you've been studying and you really care about the craft of acting, and you have these other people who have just built a name for themselves fighting on television and they're able to get stuff?
I mean, that bothered me a couple of years ago, but now it's sort of, everybody finds their way to get there. And I mean, good luck to them, and we'll wish them their best.
Absolutely. I feel the same way. I also feel like what's important to me in my life is longevity, so sometimes what seems hot right now and popping right now may not be popping 20 years from now, and I'm in this business for a lifetime.
I'm not into this business to be famous. I just really enjoy the love I have, a love for acting and the process.
Absolutely. I see myself working until the day that I die, and I know that I will be. So, and I hope that for those other people who may have found themselves in a position where they have had an overnight success, that they will be too. But I would encourage them to continue to educate themselves also. It's not too late to do that.
Absolutely. So what is next for you all besides, hopefully many more seasons of this great show? What other things do you want to do in your career before you retire?
I like to play James Bond.
Ooh.
I like to do that and drive an Aston Martin.
Yes. I
I just want to do it for the Omega Watch.
Yeah, and I want to be the Bond girl. I know I'm a little over the hill for that, but maybe they could do a little spin to it, and I'll be the Bond girl. And maybe there'll be a shed.
I love that.
In the Bond
A shed.
but for me in my future, outside of acting, I definitely want to be in a position to be more of service, more whatever capacity that is, to be able to give back. I don't know, maybe something like teaching or something. Maybe there'll be a workshop in me, or I'll be able to teach acting on the side. But we'll see. We'll see what the future holds.
Okay, well, thank you all so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you so much.
And thank you guys for watching. If you want to see this or any other videos, be sure to check out InStyleAtlanta.com.